I'm Rob right here to my side. Justin.
Jay Shred.
Jay Shred. Addy, go ahead and say what's up.
My name is Addy. I play bass.
Get a little bit closer to the mic there, bro.
I'm also
Addy.
in like 6 bands.
6 or
There
7.
we go.
Who knows?
And John, the
But,
drummer. We introduced you.
yeah, thanks.
You
man.
don't get to.
I'm just the snare. You can call me the snare.
Yeah, that's the snare. The hair is a duo type thing, you know. It's like
Yeah.
we're like wrestlers or something.
So let's
we
talk about.
we will have the belt at one point.
So let's go into some new music and what's going on, Justin? We got some new tracks coming out. What's the first song that's coming out next?
Next song coming out. It's not officially announced yet, but it's most likely Sunblaze Lane. Should be Tito's and the Banditos, because how long have you been working on your album for?
So Tito and the Banditos, band with Tyler Featherston, Joey Ciccone, and Jesse Wolf and I. And we've been a band for, I don't know, almost as long as Sunblaze. Probably, 3-4 years. Sunblaze is going on 5, maybe 6 years. But we've been working on the album since 2017. We had to redo all of the tracks because a bunch of the tracks got corrupted on my computer, and we changed it from Logic to Ableton. And now it's all on Tyler's computer. All 10 tracks are finished. Just needed to do a little bit of editing and mastering, and it'll be released. Don't have a specific date on that, but it could be tomorrow, could be 5 years.
If Tyler
from now.
sends me his tracks, I'll have it done in less than 2 weeks.
If you're listening, Tyler,
Oh.
get it done.
Oh.
Get it done.
For the
Tyler.
record,
Yes.
I was recording with Tito and the Banditos over, I would say, a year or 2 ago?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So
Totally great rhythm section. And that was it. Then it died.
well,
Then it died. Roll over
Tito
and
and the
died.
Banditos has gone through a few different bassists. We
Oh,
first
here
started
we
with
go.
Josh Leach, who was also the first bassist of Sunblaze Lane.
I know. I'm like slowly behind what he's doing.
And then he's a busy
Free bass
guy, so
housing
he couldn't
available
continue.
in Coatesville.
And we're lucky to have Addy in Sunblaze, and we were lucky to have Addy and Tito and the Banditos. But
We played 2 shows.
yeah, played great shows, and it
Yeah,
worked
they were
out.
nice.
But our
They were
bassist
nice.
now is Jesse Wolf,
Sick.
who used to be actually the drummer with Jesse and Tyler. Sorry, with Joey and Tyler back in high school back in the day. But he plays bass for Tito and the Banditos now, and we got Addy as our bassist for Sunblaze Lane. And now the front, I would say the guy running the other band that we've been actually doing a great side project on, and may be a major project in the future, Collusions. Can you tell us about that?
Illusions. Yeah, so I began writing a ton of music at a very quick rate, and it got to the point where I was writing metal, rock, indie, and different genres, but they didn't fit with Sunblaze. So
Different style.
Collusions almost became like a B-side project, but over time it started gaining speed.
Yeah, and it really became a
And-
B-side project, I think, as another project because Justin was in Maui that whole time.
Yeah.
We had nothing else to do. I was doing a ton of stuff with Tito's, recording
was
stuff that
kinda
was
in the
only going to
water.
be corrupted and never put out, but we got it all done again. But Justin was in Maui, living his life. Tell us about Maui. Give us like a quick little synopsis. How was Maui? What are you doing out there?
Well, John told me I should go to Maui first of all, and I was
Worth
like,
it.
I was like,
Worth it.
yeah, I didn't even need to think about it. It was just one of those things where it's like, like you got to just live every day as if you're gonna be there soon. Once you make the decision that you're gonna do something like that. So, my girlfriend and I, we've spent about a year and a half total. We've been on and off to and from Maui, and we've started a whole new network out of there. All kinds of new friends. Lots of music projects also going on out there. I'm excited to bring it back to Westchester. But I'm gonna keep that kind of under wraps because it's up to the people I'm working with for them to basically get confident behind their music. Because a lot of people around there in Hawaii, they're about jamming, but they get kind of weird sometimes about like recording or just like who's gonna be on their project. Like you don't want to push people. You got to be patient and everything. So you know, my whole thing with everybody and everybody's projects is I'm like kind of turning like a bit of a manager, but you know, I want to support everybody's projects, get all this new music out. You know, we have all kinds of different styles going on. Doesn't matter if
He's
you're
back now though, so you know.
John's doing EDM, DJing. Like I want to support that project.
A little bit here and there. Yeah.
You know,
Rob does a little bit of that.
He's an all-around supportive guy, is what he's trying to say.
Rob's done a little bit of DJing.
Yeah.
One time we had an awesome DJ set at Hooters. Remember that?
Absolutely.
It was
DJ that,
nice little paid
Bikini
gig. I was
Bikini
actually
contest,
managing
yeah.
a Hooters at that time
Yeah.
No, that was wild.
We used
in
to.
Ben Salem. It's no
Yeah.
longer there, that Hooters, by the way.
Not enough size.
No, they moved it to North Philly, different
Ugh.
spot right off the
Yeesh.
boulevard, I think. But I'm pretty sure they tore down that building in Ben
It's
Salem.
called like shooters now.
I don't know. I think they tore it down or something. I'm not sure. But
Sorry, Philly.
But yeah, let's get into a little bit of
Yeah.
rock dilemmas and drama. Recently, well, first of all, let me bring it
Saucy.
back. We're Justin and I and Addie, and I'm not sure if Rob has done a whole bunch of listening to a band Covet and Periphery, but we're into
math
bands
rock.
math
Math
rock, for
metal
sure,
and
progressive
math
rock, metal,
No,
gent,
but I
gent.
You like the Polyphia song that we played earlier, The Nightmare?
Yeah, he liked it.
yeah, I could definitely see the one band coming out of my side vision. You know, my periphery, you might say.
Oh, so we were getting into some dirt talking about the other day. Recently, there's been some drama going on between the guitarist of Covet, Yvette Young, and Matt, one of the guitarists from Periphery. Justin, you saw that? Did you see that? You saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Well,
Why did they have to drop out of the tour? Like, they can't just keep playing music? Like, isn't music supposed to be the most, you know, important thing? Or like,
well, I
no,
want to give
you know.
some people discretion, but from what I've heard is that Matt was, you know, he's a married guy from Periphery, and he dropped out of the Periphery tour
It's
first.
Mark.
As a Mark.
Mark.
Have I been saying Matt the whole time?
That guy Matt's
Doesn't
so
matter,
mad
it's-
at you now.
You've been talking about it for like 10 seconds, so yeah, you said it maybe
Well,
once.
Mark. Anyway, he was hooking up or doing something with Yvette, and Yvette basically.
It's like, yo, I was watching you do that scale work.
Oh yeah, there's that YouTube video of them playing together. Oh, it's a good YouTube video. You gotta check it out where they're just playing together and they're like laughing about it and totally, obviously flirting with each other. Now, Mark is married and his whole band and Yvette, he was telling them that they were gonna be cool with him and Yvette, you know, being together, but obviously it wasn't. Caused a whole bunch of drama. He dropped out of the tour. Now Covet
Okay, don't worry
is
about it. Like, yeah, we
completely
can
out
do
of the
this.
tour.
No problem.
Yeah, Yvette and I, no big deal. My wife's at home, has no idea, but that's
It's
a
like,
big
it's
thing.
cool.
That's
We're
it.
about to be done anyway. Like, don't worry about it.
But didn't happen, so things didn't work out.
That's
With
how I
enough
answer it.
drama, hopefully we never have drama like that. What do you think?
It's too nasty.
Too nasty.
I mean, there's always going to be drama one way or there's going to be different types of drama. I mean, you know, like what kind of drama do you want to talk about?
Well, you were talking about some drama earlier with As I Lay Dying. I mean, tell us about that. You know a relative of the one singer that was in jail and stuff, or what was his story?
Tim Lambesis. Yeah, I mean, if you want to just start name dropping, like, you know, I'm down with that. I'll talk a little bit about that. I
Well,
mean,
what happened with the lead singer of As I Lay Dying? Tell us what happened.
Allegedly.
You know, Addy? Do you know the story, Addy?
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Go ahead, you tell it, Addy. You have.
he hired a hitman to kill his wife,
Yeah, definitely tell us this.
but the hitman was an undercover cop.
Want, want, want.
So he went to jail immediately for it, but then on like the conversations and like it was a Craigslist ad of all things he
Oh
responded
my
to.
god. How am I gonna
So-
kill my wife?
Apparently, they had like four, like a bunch of
Yeah.
different orphans from like you know, different countries or something. You know, they adopted a bunch of children.
Yeah,
so
it was
sounds
real
like,
weird, and like he met up with the undercover hitman, and gave him the money. It was
How much money?
20 grand in cash, and that's when they like pulled out the cuffs and arrested him. This is
Wow.
in California. So the number one guy who can get any girl he wants or whatever was mad that his wife was doing whatever she was doing.
Yeah, I
and
mean, just divorce her.
Said fuck like screw the band, this and that. But it was funny, like the ironic part is the band, when they found out, they like told him like don't contact us. They kicked him right out. They all started their little side projects, but they all went nowhere. So 3 or 4 years later, when everything kind of came out and like he got a lesser sentence, obviously, this and that, got out of jail, he contacted his band was kind of like all over the place doing different things, and they kind of like shut the door on him. And then later the guitar player came out and was like, we might want to try this.
Bring it on back.
And then they started the whole like rehabilitated like new singer and was going through mental issues. But like, mind you, the singer used to be like super skinny, super tiny, super small. He got out of jail. He was a fucking tank.
He was a tank when he went. He was a tank when he went in, though. He was on roids apparently when
He wasn't a
went in.
tank when I saw him live in like what, 2010.
They were saying he got roid rage, and
Yeah.
you know the ego got too
That
big
might
on
have been
tour. I
it.
guess. I
But
don't know.
dude, like, I mean, all credit to the guy. Like, hopefully he's established himself,
Yeah.
you know, again. But like, their new music is like the best I've heard come
Really?
out of them.
They've
gotta
always
check it
been a
out.
phenomenal band. I
Dude.
love as they're like
Dude,
definitely
they've been
top
my
5.
favorite band. It's hard for me to say anything negative about a guy who tries to hire a hitman to kill his wife.
When you love the
But-
band.
You say it's hard to find anything negative to say about that?
Positive. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he means positive.
It's hard to say
Maybe.
bad things when the music is just
I
so
know.
good, and I think that's where everybody's kind of at right now. We just want to like keep. Like they're gonna keep releasing songs. We're gonna keep hearing. We're not gonna like, not hear the song.
No, I'm not.
We're not gonna not enjoy the song.
That's like the
I
band
know.
Brand New. I love
I
that
know.
band, but you know, I think it was the singer or the guitarist had some
It's like
issues going on.
Garbage
with,
human being, but like has
Yeah.
extreme talent.
I'm not sure with all the issues going on. But something with girls, and very talented band. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna love the music, or you're gonna hate the music because of one person? What about the rest of the band?
What about
It's
Michael
all
Jackson?
speculation, you know, like innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
You know, like.
So anyway, I was going back to talking about some new music with Some Blaze Lane has. I know we talked about Tito's. Collusions eventually is going to have some new tracks, but
I have actually a Collusion track. It's just sitting there. It could be released,
nice. I got to listen to it.
so everybody knows.
What's it called?
It doesn't have an official title, but its working title is Class A.
Oh, yeah, no,
And-
we have heard that, I think.
I don't know
Did
why
I
it's
do
called
drums for that?
You did do drums for it. I did guitar and bass. There's Open for You, and
They just
That's
call me
pretty
up
much
when it's
it.
time to shred.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jay
I
Shred
do.
in the house.
If I can't figure it out and I get frustrated, I'm like, well, I'll just save that for later for Justin.
But yes,
I get that.
for sure.
I've been learning to, or trying to learn how to play guitar, and when I see Justin play, it's just like, I quit. You know?
Why do I try?
Yeah, exactly. or can I
Well,
get to that level? I have to make a
everybody's-
decision.
The cool thing about a guitar is there's 100 different things to be good at. So you could be good at shredding, you could be good at picking, but like it's half of it's mental. So it's
Yeah.
like creativity is a big plus.
I like this one. It's a good riding song.
Yeah, it's a
you
good
can hear it in the
song.
background.
Biker song.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. But yeah, so
Yeah.
Some Blaze Lane, I was just talking. I mean, they got In the End coming out.
Yeah,
Another
we don't know
song.
what
It
we're
can't
gonna
be
call
called
it
In
yet.
the End.
Yeah,
So
we're,
we can-
We're not gonna
debating
call it In
calling
the
it in the end because you know.
Maybe
like-
you should go in the end. It's not so far. Maybe you should just do that.
Nah, but great song. Super excited about it. Probably gonna change. I guess we're gonna change the name of the song just because we don't want to be Linkin Park. But
Yeah.
we got another song we've been calling Hamburglar.
We call it the Hamburglar, but
It's not.
it has nothing to do like the
It could
lyrics.
be
are-
the title.
Yeah.
has nothing
Well,
to do
who
with that.
knows? I mean, it could be about a burglar.
We actually wrote it with
Burglar and some ham.
a guy named Chris from Capture the Crown, and
Chriso.
we have to give him credit for the main riff.
Australian.
But I guess he's given us our best wishes to continue on with the song, and we might as well put it out. Why not?
Yeah, lots of other songs though coming out with Sunblaze. A song called Promises, the number 9. You know, you give names to these songs, and you never know what the real name's gonna be. But you're like, yeah, that song DFG. You're like, what the heck is that? No, it's just that's the tuning or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, that drop D song or that open tuning song.
We have
you
one
know?
called Jap. And
Jap.
It's because I googled.
Is that about
the Jap song.
jalapenos or
It's-
Japanese? I don't
no,
know.
it's- I-
Jalapenos.
Somebody sent me these weird like Asian like scales,
Yeah.
and that's what I wrote it with. I learned
Pentatonics or something like that?
Yeah, and I went through them, and that scale is E minor, but the top of it's E minor, and then the bottom of it's super weird. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's the Japanese scale. Then there was a Mongolian scale. Then there was a Chinese scale. My friend sent me this whole page.
Pentatonics are
It was sick.
one of the pentatonic scales is
sick.
all the black keys on the piano.
Yeah.
And if you play all the black keys on the piano, try to
Can't
play.
go wrong.
Yeah, it'll
Black-
start
black
sounding
keys.
some sort of Asian riff too.
We got
If
Japs
you
and
like
black
play-
keys.
Start playing some chords like that. You're like ching ching chong chong ching. It'll just sound very Asian,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool though.
If you hear
I
the
mean-
song, you're like, wow, this is amazing.
Back in Chinatown.
So,
So yeah, Jap coming soon. Probably not going to be
Yeah.
called Jap though, but
Unless it's about jalapenos.
well, only if
that'll
it's
be a
called.
jolt.
Jaw. Jaw.
But yeah, we're just really excited about all the new music coming out, and you know, some great bands have come out of Westchester but never made it. You know,
Well,
bands-
who did come out of Westchester that made it?
CKY.
Wasn't it like
CKY.
the
Yeah,
If you want to go back.
wasn't it like the Hooters or some shit like that? Or
the
something?
Hooters are from Philly.
They're from Philly.
There's been a lot of good
I
bands.
think they're from
Philly.
Westchester or something.
Fun fact about the Hooters, the drummer's kids lived in the neighborhood next to mine. So mine was like the little chill neighborhood, and then theirs was like the big mansion neighborhood.
Oh,
And he would wait at his bus stop, and he'd have the long hair, and he had a studio in his basement. And my friend started babysitting his kids, and like I didn't want to be weird. I was like, you should
Yeah.
introduce me to like this guy, and it never happened.
oh, damn.
Never happened. But yeah,
Addy, make sure you're talking close enough to the mic.
Yeah.
Well,
that's all.
I
It's a
know
shame.
that I know you know the band The Rat.
There you go.
I know the owner of the Purple. What is that place? The Purple something right on High Street, coming on up.
Where,
It's oh no
Westchester?
no Voodoo, the Voodoo Lounge.
Oh, Voodoo.
The owner of the Voodoo Lounge is from the band The Rat. You know
And
that?
the band Rat, the hair
Rat?
metal, the hair metal band.
Rat with like
Yeah,
two
like the
T's.
80s band?
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure.
What's he
on
doing here?
that. Owning a bar, dude.
Chilling, partying?
Tiring.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, there's rock stars in this town. I mean, we can name drop. There's a guy who owns the vegan restaurant. I'm not gonna say his name, but I mean, there's some rock stars in town here.
You know what Westchester band's coming back? I've been seeing them post a lot. Hello Cleveland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah, check out their
Shout out
music
Ryan.
video. Yeah.
actually
We're
was
excited about that.
I was deep diving into some of Hello Cleveland's old radio like interviews with
Oh yeah.
like
Were they on
where
104.5
he's like-
MMR or something like that?
he's like arguing with one of the like the CKY crew dudes. Like
Oh,
they just
yeah.
had a big beef. I forget who it was, but they it was Nick's buddy.
CJ.
Nah.
Mohawk.
I hate to label him, but like the
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Novak.
Yeah, yeah, Novak. Brandon.
Yeah.
Brendan Novak.
Yeah.
Brendan or Brandon?
All right, we're name dropping right
Brandon.
now.
Yeah.
Dropping all the names. We're hashtagging all these names.
We didn't name. Yeah.
But no, like
I mean, you really got no other Westchester names to go with. I
If
mean,
you
you got
wanna-
name
Oh,
drop
there's
one
a
or two.
lot of Westchester names.
Yeah, I mean,
Ryan
We'll
Cleveland
name drop
music?
them on the next one.
Yeah.
arguing with Brandon
Stick around.
Novak like 10 years ago on some BAM like
We'll get-
serious radio
we'll
shit.
get Ryan on
is-
the next
is
one.
Fucking hilarious. It's hilarious.
I will hit up Ryan actually. If Ryan, if you're listening, we're gonna hit you up.
did he tell the end of that story, or did we just trail
Which
off there?
story?
Wasn't he just telling a story?
Were you telling us
Yeah,
that?
I was saying how like funny it was seeing him argue on
Yeah, yeah, with the-
BAM's
yep.
old like XM radio station, and like I had no idea
I
who
hadn't
the
even-
guy
I
was
haven't
at the
seen that
time.
yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
So I don't know. If you
hold
can
on.
hear
I got a question about this song playing in the background now. Like you said, I don't know if you can hear it, but this is definitely one of my favorite Sunblaze.
the song's
songs.
called Hell. Hell won't even
Why-
take you there.
Why in the beginning was this song just like a, something that you had saved that you weren't putting out that, was just like a rough copy at first?
Well,
We had-
Addy wrote the original riff, actually.
We had drum issues at the time.
Yeah,
because
we
were
had a couple
converting,
trial and error attempts at first. We were getting kind of discouraged.
and then I think I got arrested like halfway through this.
That'll
through this
definitely
song.
right when you were recording it. Damn,
Yeah.
that's how hard he plays.
Yeah. So like,
The cops came. They were like, "You guys are all right. We're taking this guy, and he's rocking way too hard."
Almost.
That'd
And then like,
be a great story.
and then like a month later, we're at this old barn at this old place I used to live at. Remember?
Oh,
And
yeah,
we-
Landenberg.
We hooked electric up to this old barn. I was getting ready to go away. Like
Wrote a whole
I
music
think,
video.
I think the 2 days after that, I went away for like 60 days or 90 days. I forget. But I remember being in there and being like, when I get out, the song's gonna be edited, the video is gonna be cut up. Like these guys are working. I get out and it's just the same thing. You're like, thank God the bass player's back, because I fucking hate practicing without a bass player. It doesn't sound the same. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So
Yeah, that song actually put us in a wall, put us in a little bit of a hell. Honestly,
it did, and that's why
honestly.
You
it's
know
kinda
what?
called
That's
that.
why it's called Hell.
That's why it's called
And
that. You know.
It was like a 2-year separation thing, to where like I couldn't get to
Since-
practice, or I
yeah.
couldn't, navigate
Hell,
here and there.
you know,
they couldn't find a replacement. I was the first person to say, dude, just find anybody you want, play bass for you.
We wouldn't do that.
If I come back, I will.
You know, I've dealt in multiple bands problems with people getting to practice, and we're just gonna have to pick your ass up and get you there somehow or another.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I greatly appreciate all the help.
Yeah,
I've
we had two
had,
people
so-
on probation at the same time.
Yeah,
so
he didn't have a license either. Like at one
It was
point,
tough, you know.
And
Band
then
problems.
You're like not supposed to drink
He's-
and like
I mean,
have
I don't
fun
wanna
and
put
stuff.
yours
How are you
That's
supposed to
not
play
it.
music and not drink? Is that possible?
it is, but it sucks.
A lot
Yeah,
of things you can't do when
No
you're
one
on
wants.
probation.
No one wants to listen to the music, but it is possible.
Oh, especially the whole driving thing.
Yeah, well, that's an issue.
I'll elaborate on that.
You know.
So I think we ended up programming those drums because we started out
We
doing
did.
a live recording and then we tried to produce that up and it just didn't sound that good. And
We've had
we
a lot of
didn't- we didn't want to
problems
put it
with-
out.
With,
Dude, that song's like setback after setback.
Yeah, so many, and we've had lots of problems with
Yeah.
many songs. The Tito and the Banditos.
Dude, it's
All of the drums. Imagine recording an entire album and then just being like, you know what, we got to redo this entire album because all these files are messed up. Whether it was someone that was editing them or just the computer itself that fried and lost all the tracks, or they were deleted
yeah, that happened with Hell.
multiple times.
We had to dig up like an old hard drive like out of the ground and like.
We're
We had
dealing with,
we had a lot of problems with the breakdown for a while too. The break we spent a lot of time feeling real awkward about it. We're like, oh, this isn't gonna work. Like,
You're like,
cut it out for a while, and then we're just like, nah, we.
Dude,
most
like
of the songs written are from years and years ago.
I
We've got
know.
songs written from 3 years ago that we're just finally getting to recording now.
I mean, even Lift Up.
Yeah.
It sat there for like 8 months, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm sure like some producer or whoever can probably get like a better sound out of it, but like I'm here right now. No one's doing anything. We're incapable of practicing live
I'm gonna play that
together.
song right now.
And I just took matters in my own hand and made it sound as good as I could. But
Yeah.
in my opinion, like if you have something written, recorded, and it sounds good, like you might be able to adjust a couple little things, but just put it out and move on to the next project as quick as you can. If you're releasing singles like us, that's what I highly recommend. Just not putting out garbage or not taking your time on things. Like I'm not saying that, but if you have something that sounds good or great, just get it out there as quickly as possible. Move on to the next one, and then
I don't know if I agree 100% with that, because I feel like
Well-
that's what a lot of people do these days, and you don't get as good
Yeah.
of music and quality of music as you did before.
Yeah, it eats a lot of time. You know,
it does.
sitting around, waiting around.
the waiting around thing, like having everything you need in
Let's
front
get
of you.
Pause. We need a beer run. BEERRU run, beer run.
Good spelling there, guy.
Yeah, it's a song too. The little
Yeah, I
riff
know.
right there.
Beer round.
Can we? What do you guys want to drink? Some
Liquor.
Yang Langs, some liquor, blacker.
I'll take another
G&T. What is that?
G&T.
Gin and tonic.
Oh, gin and tonic.
You ever hear of a VCR?
Sounds like a 7 and 7 or something like that.
I'm
That's a
gonna
good
go
drink.
Bud Light. Bud Light. Call me.
Yeah.
Send
Yeah,
me
Bud
that,
Light's got
send me
some-
that check, Bud
See
Light.
the Bud Light seltzers?
What do you want?
You know, obviously White Claws
You're gonna
are
order
the
a White
best.
Claw
in my-
here?
No, I'm talking about you mentioned Bud Light. Bud Light's got a new seltzer out now. They got a couple different kinds. I haven't tried them yet.
What do you want?
Yeah, me
You guys
either.
tried them?
No, I have not.
Yingling.
But for real though, White Claws versus Truly, what are you drinking? If you have to choose from seltzer, not a beer, liquor,
Isn't it all the same at that point?
I'm going Four Loco.
Four Loko, bring it back. You know, Four Locos.
Bring it
man.
back, dude. It's been
You in
here.
college, we had real Four Locos when it was the
Oh, I know.
the real stuff when you were actually
Drinking bull semen and
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
kicking cops in the face.
yeah.
Whoa.
You do a 2 Loco night, you're feeling great. You do a
Yeah.
3 Loco night,
You're
man,
done.
you're wasted. You do a
You're
4
dead.
Loco night, you are passed out on the ground
You're in the hospital.
in the
Alcohol
hospital.
poisoning.
Now I know people that have done 4 Loco
Yeah.
nights.
I'm sure it's all
Made
well
it home,
documented
but-
at this point.
They were crawling.
I have a Four Loco story for you.
Talking to the mic, Eddie.
This is back in the day when they were the real Locos, right?
Yeah, real Loco time.
So we used to drink like the blue raspberry ones because they were the least shittiest tasting ones possible. They were all bad, but
I'll take the 2 Hearted Ale again. Actually, got any Levante up there. Shout out Westchester Levante. No Levante.
No Levante.
Westchester bar without a local brewery. Oh yeah.
taking that shout out back.
Yeah, I'll find
didn't
the
do
2 Hearted
anything.
Ale then.
Did you? Hey,
What's up?
never
man?
mind. I was joking about the Bud Light.
As we're getting loaded up for beers, and Rob acts like he likes Bud Light. I'm a White Claw guy. Back to the Four Loco story, though. Did you finish that?
No.
I was joking about that.
There we go.
Anyway, so busting that list you got over there, my guy.
Yeah.
What do I want?
You're getting all.
I do a Yingling. Draft, please. Thank you. Pennsylvania, shout out. Not even, just everyone. Not even beer people, just everyone.
So something we haven't mentioned that we did want to shout out from the beginning that we forgot is upcoming shows.
You can do that at the end.
Yeah, time is yours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the floor is yours.
Well, I am still gonna announce them. So I'm
Go
really
ahead.
excited. In February, we have an amazing show coming up. There's gonna be 10 different rooms at this place, the
Woo-hoo.
Freeze Festival.
Bring your sweatshirts.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
it's gonna be chill, as in chill-y. So, no, but for real, it's gonna be a great time. 10
fucking
different
fired,
rooms, there's
John.
gonna be live DJs.
Right.
There's gonna be great bands. Some Blaze
beer
Lane's
pong.
playing.
Beer
Beer
pong.
pong. Is there a beer
gonna be
pong
beer
tournament
pong.
or just beer pong all day?
Tournament.
There's
Yeah,
like
I
a
hope there's-
cornhole sponsor too. Like there's like a cornhole
It's like
tournament.
the National Cornhole Association.
I'm not a real cornholer,
National
but
Cornhole Association in the bitch.
yeah.
So,
It's the NCA, not the NCAA.
oh,
NCA.
well, cornhole, beer
So-
pong,
No fucking deflating the
What was the date
the
again?
bags.
no,
What was the date?
February 8th.
February 8th. It's
What else? What else
12
you got?
p.m. to 2 a.m.
Just
so all
announced
day, all
and
night.
confirmed, Tito and the Banditos will also be playing.
Ooh.
Yeah, gonna be hopefully releasing that album by then.
So the good thing about them playing is if your bass player doesn't show up, there's like 6 bass players there that can fill in.
A 2 Hearted Ale, but I can maybe change it up. I don't know. What's that? Oh, you got it? Oh, Rob's drinking it?
This is Two Hearted.
Is it too hard to Yingling?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I
really?
got the
One's
Yingling.
Two Hearted? I don't even know what that is.
This one smells like IPA. I'll take a Yingling and a
That's an IPA.
shot of Fireball.
Make it 2 shots of Fireball.
Cheers.
You
got light the 2 fire.
shots. You put the Killers on your Mega Rock list?
I'm pretty sure.
They play this at my
This is
grocery
Franz
store.
Ferdinand.
I like
This
the
is
Killers.
Franz Ferdinand, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Kind of close though.
We're not gonna argue that.
How about the Strokes? How about the
Franz
Strokes? You
Ferdinand.
like
The Strokes?
a little better?
Remember the Hives? How about that?
Oh yeah.
I wanna get free. And that's all they did.
The Strokes were kind of. They were
Strokes
like a
were
one-hit
good.
wonder though, but they were quick and out.
Or was
I don't know
that
what
I
happened
wanna
to them.
get free?
What about the Struts, John? Tell us about the Struts and your
Oh.
secret relationship.
They're not
with
music,
them.
I don't
man,
have
dude.
a
We're
secret
like
relationship.
yelling
our,
at this
our
point.
lead singer Nick and I, lead singer for Someplace Lane,
Oh,
Nick
you're
Hopton and
getting
I
put
met
on
the
air.
Struts. It was great. And what's even more great about that is we were down the beach having an awesome time. We were down in Dewey Beach, and we met the Struts and Greta Van Fleet, and we didn't even know who Greta Van Fleet was at the time.
It's Fleet, not Freet.
Well, yeah, you're right. Anyway, we met the guys, and so we were down the beach at Dewey. We were at the Bottle and Cork, and we're like, oh, yo, this is gonna be so much fun. We're down here, the Struts. We're on the beach. This is awesome. We get there, and we just missed Greta Van Fleet playing, and we saw the Struts. We danced, had a great time. Left when they got done playing. Went to another bar. Bar hopped a little bit. If you ever been to Dewey in Delaware, great time. Love bar hopping down there. Can get real rowdy. But heading back, and we're like, Nick's like, dude, I bet you the Struts are hanging out, having a drink at a local bar right next to there. Let's walk back. Maybe they're at their tour bus. Maybe we'll meet them. Walk back. Right across the street from there is the Struts. We see them right in this like pavilion type bar. Can't remember the name of it, and they're drinking there. And it's, you know, the bars close at 1 o'clock in Delaware, which is very lame. But it's like 12:50. We're like, holy crap, let's get last call. Hopefully we can get it. We run in there, get last drink, and Nick goes right up. I think it was the drummer, he might have said, and the drummer kind of shoved us off and was like trying to talk to some girl. I mean, I can't blame him, but he was like,
Yeah,
Classic.
Stupid
Me either.
groupie
Classic
fans.
drummer.
You're looking at the video, me either.
He's like, don't fuck this
I don't
up.
blame
It's
him.
the only one I got.
This is the only
I don't know.
only
I
girl
might
left
I
in
might
the
talk to
crowd.
Justin. His fucking hair is on point right now.
It's the fucking
The hair and the
side.
snare.
The hair and the snare. Yeah, this is the hair
This
side.
is more
Well,
like a
basically, we're talking to the drummer, shades us off. We go over to the singer of the Struts. I can't think of his name right now. Great guy, though. Talks us up, asks us about our own music. Nick gets in a full conversation with him. We're drinking, we're taking shots.
How
Awesome
long
time.
ago was this? How long ago?
It was before Greta Van Fleet, really like launched. I mean, they got really big quick, but probably 3 years ago, maybe 4. But
they did that whole Led Zeppelin thing. All right,
Yeah.
it's over.
yeah,
get it.
New band.
Sorry.
What do you
Great
mean,
band.
like they copied their
Greta's-
sound, or what
They
do you mean?
copied their sound.
I was waiting for somebody to do it. I mean, that's all they do these days.
Well,
I know.
you know
they
what?
no, they did it
It's
good.
just the
Not-
way
not
he
all they do,
sings,
but-
and just sounds very similar.
It's-
But
it sounds good. Don't get me wrong.
yeah, I mean,
But
you
we
can't
know,
hate on them. That's a great.
We
band.
know what they're up to.
Who-
Yeah.
Hey, who is the lime for right there, just chilling on the table?
It was on the
It
couch.
was sitting on where my
Oh.
seat was. I almost
So-
sat on it.
Oh, that's the guest.
You won't eat it.
Somebody-
Podcast. No,
somebody was,
someone eat it.
It was for my.
My-
Hey, he started to reach for it.
It came
too.
out of my wallet.
But anyway, yeah, back to the band though. It was great to meet those guys. We were like, oh, I'm sure you guys rocked, and we were so sorry we missed you. And then we ended up listening to their music, and we were like, what the heck did we just miss? What an awesome band Greta was, and we totally missed them.
Before anyone even knew them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty cool.
But, you know, we still had a great show. Met the guys. They're excited to hear our music. We showed them some of their music. They liked it. And Well, didn't go very far after that, but you know, everyone was drunk, having a good time, and you know, love when that happens when you're able to go meet a band after they've played and rock out, get some
Yeah, they
drinks
might
with them.
remember you someday if you cross paths again.
Hey, hopefully, if someone wants to meet us after a show, they can just message us on some of our social media or meet us here at the Social Lounge for a podcast.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
respond
sir.
immediately almost. We're desperate for a little bit of attention.
Desperate.
Put it out there.
You know who two really good fans of ours are? Actually, we have three, but I'm gonna first shout out.
Andrew Yang.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
They
from the
miss-
UK. You know, we have a lot of fans.
We do.
Actually, in the
I'm
ac-
repping
across
Yang
the
bumper
ocean.
stickers, by the way. Represent.
If we skip across the pond, we should do some shows.
We'll sell out of any lounge they
If
have.
we do go over there, maybe we should do some shows. We'll look around, maybe do a show.
Yeah, maybe.
It's gonna be all kinds.
Now
of
you
different
do.
shows.
You got some pretty solid
And-
fans over
and,
there.
Her sister.
I'll be honest. Canada's looking bleak. I don't
That's
think I
looking
can.
off limits for.
I don't think I can
a
really
couple
go
of
there. It
us.
might be like
There's
might
three
be heading
DUIs
south.
in this man.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to get into Canada.
Nah.
Three of us wouldn't be able to get it again.
Nah, there's not 3 DUIs. There's 4.
Nice, even better.
Yeah. They're not for alcohol. Most of them.
Well,
Okay, PSA, you can get a DUI from weed you
2 out of
smoked
4 of them
the
are.
day before, or even the day before that.
my buddy got a DUI. I'm not going to name his name, but we've jammed with him a few times, and you might not know who I'm talking about, but he is on house arrest because he smoked weed. I think he said 2 days or even a day before. It was
Yeah.
it was over 24 hours
Operation
before he got
Nighthawk.
pulled over.
I'll be open with
They were
mine.
like, "Oh, it's in your system. This is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
So
You're screwed."
the law in every other state other than a Commonwealth, when it comes to driving intoxicated or under the influence of something, and in Pennsylvania, you don't have to be in the act of smoking. So in Maryland, in Delaware, in, all the other tri-state areas, you have to be like smoking or have to have like paraphernalia with something that has been smoked, which is like clear evidence that you're high. It can't just be like you're driving to work at 4 in the morning and your eyes are red because you just woke up no sleep, and then a cop's gonna harass you and put you in the position to say, no, I deny my blood test, or he's gonna take your blood, which
Don't even roll the window down.
which
Don't even do it.
marijuana starts or stays in your blood for over
Like, I'll
48
wait.
hours. So, at any point in time, anybody can get pulled over.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well,
I'm sure most people that
what's
that has
weird in
happened
Pennsylvania
to.
too, because you can grow hemp, you can smoke hemp, CBD hemp, CBG hemp, CBN hemp. It's all hemp. You know, if it doesn't have THC in it or less than 0.3, you can smoke it legally in Pennsylvania. But then they could try to pull you over and give you a DUI.
Yeah.
But they can't. But it's so hard to prove back and forth. It's a fuzzy situation.
Yeah, it got very bleak in here. This is legal hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the music.
This
If
is
you need
your
any
legal advice hour.
legal advice, just don't.
Contact Addy.
John,
Don't hit me
us with
up.
a new track, John. Something new.
Oh.
2 pieces.
Yeah, this isn't
This
just
is
the
fresh
regular.
off.
This isn't the regular
fresh
version.
off the
This
tape.
is a remix version. It's actually
Yeah,
right
I
off
heard
of
that.
Papa Roach's Spotify.
This is the
What,
newest Sunblaze Night
first of
song.
all, who has Papa Roach on their Spotify?
I know, right? Seriously.
Well, this version, the EDM remix, is good.
That's digging in the crates there, boy.
Is EDM still around?
Papa Roach has some fresh jams though.
Do they? No, new ones?
I've seen notifications about it.
Oh man, that's like there's so many old bands that put out new music that you'll never hear. I mean, bands like U2, the only reason you're gonna hear their new music is because it's on your goddamn iPhone. Oh no, he's messing up our video.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Cut my life.
Well, we got cut off.
This is second camera angle. You're welcome. That's good. There you go. So, yeah, what do you got on that list you got over there, John? You got some stuff you want to talk about, or?
I don't talk about anything on here.
Don't talk about it, just be about it. Know what I'm saying?
You know, there. Oh yeah, that show's coming up. You know, we've got a show also.
Got an unannounced. Something to be very excited
Don't
about.
talk about that. Play out loud though, and then put it on in the background.
We do have another show
So
coming up
shut
in
down.
May for Sunblaze Lane. About to announce that soon, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to give the details yet. It is local to Westchester. I'll tell you that though. Announcement coming very soon.
Yeah, I'm not that excited about it because it's just like there's too many
too
there's
far
too
in
many
advance.
good bands playing. Like it's like people aren't gonna be able to even get in. Like you know,
So
like, my
many
own
good
family's
bands
not even
playing.
able to get in. So
It's gonna be like the Super Bowl.
yeah, it's like the Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
It's like it's not. I'm not saying like we're good, but like
not
the
like
other
it-
bands playing are like better than us, and they have more of a they've been around longer. So
Where's this show that you guys are talking about?
Can't.
where we've always played.
Yeah, we
you
can't
know.
really
Yeah,
know.
you know
It's
what?
not gonna be hard
we
to
should
figure
play
it out.
here. Nah, it's actually
It's too loud.
too loud here. So loud. But we wrap this up.
Yeah, I mean, we do have to wrap it up because we're supposed to be done by 12. So it's 11:48 p.m. on a Wednesday here in Westchester. It's really cold outside. We planned it on a night that we knew a lot of people are gonna be like Wednesday night. Like, what are you talking about? You know, it's like, but that's the whole point of it. It's like, you know, we're not trying to like be all like, you know, like mainstream about it. That's not the point of this.
Basically, if somebody's all fucked up and they spill beer on any of this equipment, you know, it's instant jail time for
I
any
got a
of us.
parking space right out front, so.
With all these DUIs,
It's instant.
we got to deal with. You know? It's just instant. It's instant. So Wednesdays are better.
Hey, wasted Wednesday.
There's a
Podcast
million
Wednesday.
Chads to get from Uber or Lyft. You can get to pick you up, or Todd's.
But to wrap it
Ted.
up, wanted to talk about real quick Tito and the Banditos album coming out very soon. There is no
Can't wait
announcement
for
date,
that.
but we have a song in the end, which is might stay the same name, might change the name, but it's
It's
a
gonna
brand
be
new song
different.
coming out. Hopefully by the show event on February 8th. Don't forget Freeze Festival, Sunblaze Lane, Tito and the Banditos both playing. I think Tito's is playing at 7:30. Sunblaze Lane is playing after or right after 8:30,
Yep.
something like that.
Yeah.
All ages event up until 8 p.m. And then come on, grab a drink after 8. Bring your friends. Don't forget to invite your friends. Share on Facebook, Instagram, your MySpace if you still got it. Who's got a MySpace still? I mean, I probably
Nobody.
do, but I don't think.
My
it's
old
Retweet
band's
it.
still on MySpace.
Yeah, your first band.
Dead Man's Hand, MySpace.
Yeah,
Make
check them
a
out.
Vine of it.
But
Dead Man's
we
Hand.
gotta wrap
and
it
there's
up.
a 7.
They are telling us that everyone's got to go back downstairs to the other side of social. So, thank you so much for your time, and we're out.
Peace.
Later, guys.